you talk about Republican on the right, Democrat on the left. Except, since you're on the other side, I move my hands the other way. There is also freedom versus statism.
Right.
Or freedom versus, and liberty versus statism and tyranny.
Right.
There is also that moral component, right versus wrong. So you've got three axes here.
That's right.
And so if I was to say that on that three axis, and it takes a little bit of mental gymnastics, okay, I've got this little diagram in my head, where would you fall? Along a political line, and I'll rephrase it this way too. Along a political line,
yeah.
If and you ask about, or you're not in favor of labels, but sometimes people need the labels to get a handle on where does this person stand.
Okay.
And I could say most people know Senator Jim DeMint in the U.S. Senate.
Right.
One of the most conservative folks around.
Right.
People also know somebody like Shea-Porter from New Hampshire, was a congresswoman, one of the most liberal people around.
Right.
If you took a piece of string from one to the other, where would you land on that political line?
Well, it would be so far away from Shea-Porter that you can't even believe it, okay? I know Jim DeMint from when I've seen him, when I've heard him speak. I believe that he is a conservative in here. I can't tell you, I know every single thing about how he would vote, but I can tell you that he's very close to how I feel when I've heard him speak on issues. I'm not saying that we don't label. I'm saying that the label can't be the name of the game. And not use Democrat and Republican anymore, but conservative and liberal. Because to me, those breed more truth. The others are not truthful anymore because we don't know anymore. We can state what the Republican platform is, but that doesn't mean that the Republicans are going to adhere to it. That's what's happened in Belknap County. You've had two Republican representatives, all right, that have Fs in the Republican New Hampshire platform. How does that happen?
And that is something that I would say sometimes the conservative versus progressive label is a good one because it does say, do you vote in terms of liberty, individual liberty and freedom?
Right.
As you said, the ability to choose for yourself.
Exactly.
And then the freedom to act for yourself. Or does the state get to make those choices for you? And yes, there are Republicans, some of them self-identified. And while you may not be able to say the names, we at GraniteGrok say them all the time.
Yeah.
For instance, Peter Bolster, I believe, used to be a Democrat, changed his name to make the win. Is certainly a progressive Republican in that he is a statist. He believes in big government.
Right.
Big government.
Okay, but see, that's what I'm talking about. That's where the untruth lies. That's where you peel away the onion. And it's not about, at that point, conservative Democrat. Here is, it's an unethical thing, in my mind, to go out and ask people to vote for you. To vote for you. And you are standing on the platform of the Republican Party. Okay? And you know in your heart of hearts that that is not what you believe. That is unethical. I'm sorry. You can color it any way you want. That's the truth. That's the truth. Now, if what he believed was put on the record before people signed on that paper, that would be one thing, and I could respect that. But that is not what's happening in this country.
Grok TV.